So can you invest in gold with a Roth IRA? The answer is yes, you totally can. And honestly, it might be one of the smartest money moves people make that other people don't know about. Most people think that Roth IRAs are only for stocks or mutual funds. But here's the cool part. You can actually use one to buy real physical gold, which means that you're setting yourself up for a tax-free retirement and you're adding something solid to your investment portfolio, something that's been around for thousands of years. I'm Alex, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down what a gold IRA actually is, how it works, and what you need to know. Also, I'll be talking about some pros and cons to look out for. Don't worry, I'm going to keep it super simple, so even if you've never invested in gold before, you'll walk away knowing exactly how to get started. So what is a gold IRA? A gold IRA is just a type of retirement account, technically a self-directed IRA that lets you hold physical gold instead of just stocks and mutual funds. Let me explain. A regular IRA is usually managed by a company, and they decide what you're able to invest in. Usually it's stocks or bonds. But with a self-directed IRA, you have more freedom. You can choose to invest in things like real estate, crypto, and yes, precious metals like gold and silver. So instead of just owning shares of gold companies, you own actual physical gold coins or bars, which are stored in a safe place called a depository. This is approved by the IRS. What makes gold special is that it adds physical, tangible assets to your portfolio. Unlike a stock, which can go to zero overnight if a company collapses. Gold has something called intrinsic value, which means that it's always worth something. Unlike a stock or the dollar, which loses value if the company goes down or if inflation happens. Gold holds its value no matter what. It's literally been used as a store for money for the last 5,000 years. Gold also isn't affected by quarterly earnings, CEO scandals, or other unpredictable trends like that, which makes it a good long-term stabilizer when the rest of your portfolio may feel like it's on a roller coaster. So why add gold to your retirement plan? This isn't about chasing big returns, it's about playing smart and adding protection to your retirement. Gold has this reputation of being a safe haven. While the stock market can swing wildly, gold tends to hold its value and sometimes even increase when things get a little bit rocky. Let's think back to 2008 and 2020. When everything else dropped, gold held its value and even increased in value. That's why people use it as a hedge or a backup when they're worried about things like inflation, political instability, or economic downturns. And when you combine that with the tax benefits of a Roth IRA, you get an insane combo. Since you get stability and tax-free growth, if your gold goes up and increases in value, you get to keep those gains without handing any of it to the IRS. Even putting a slice of your retirement savings into gold can be a smart play, especially if things start to get rocky down the road. It's also a smart move for people who already have a 401k or a traditional IRA that's heavy in stocks. Adding gold gives your portfolio a backup plan. So how do you open a gold IRA? First, you'll need a self-directed IRA custodian. These are just companies that help you follow the rules when you're adding non-traditional investments to your portfolio, like gold. Now, this isn't something that you can do with your regular bank. You'll have to work with a provider that specializes in gold IRAs. The custodian will help you open your account and move your money into it. That would be from a rollover from a 401k or a traditional IRA. Or you can even start a new contribution, and your custodian will explain all of these to you if you're confused. But rollovers are most common because most people have retirement savings sitting somewhere else. Then you'll choose the gold to buy, but it has to meet the IRS standards. This means that coins like American Gold Eagles or bars from approved refiners are acceptable, but no gold chains or collectibles are allowed. Something else that's also important to know is that you can't store the gold at home. It has to stay in a secure and approved IRS depository. Keeping the gold yourself can trigger taxes or penalties. These vaults are insured and audited, so your investment is protected. If you ever want to switch providers, most custodians will help you move your assets to another approved location. And if you're not sure where to get started, don't worry, I linked a free Gold IRA guide in the description to help walk you through the process. Contribution rules and limits. A Gold Roth IRA works just like a Roth IRA. You use after-tax money and your growth is tax-free when you want to withdraw it from retirement in the future. In 2025, if you're under 50 years old, you can contribute up to $7,000. But if you're 50 years or older, that goes up to $8,000. There's also income limits. If you make up to $161,000 as a single filer or $240,000 as a married couple, you cannot contribute directly. But you can still use a backdoor IRA, which means that you contribute to a traditional IRA at first, and then you convert it over to a Roth IRA. This move still gives you the same long-term benefit of tax-free retirement income. And if you're rolling over a 401k, there's no income limit at all. All you need to do is follow the rollover rules to avoid triggering taxes. Basically, when you put that money into a Roth IRA, you don't get a tax break right now. You still pay taxes on that money. But the trade-off is when you take the money out in retirement, you don't have to pay any taxes on it, even on the money that it earned over time. So it's kind of like paying the bill now so that future you will eat for free. So what kind of gold can you buy? Only certain types of gold are allowed in a Gold IRA. It has to be at least 99.5% pure and come from approved mints and refiners. Some examples of this are American Gold Eagles or Canadian Maple Leafs. These are globally recognized and meet all the requirements of the IRS. Jewelry, collectible coins, and unapproved gold don't qualify. And to be upfront with you, your custodian won't even let you buy them. Your custodian will help make sure that everything you buy follows the rules. You can also include other metals like silver, platinum, or palladium if it meets all the required purity standards. Adding silver can be a smart move too. It's more volatile than gold, but it offers a good upside potential. But if you're investing in multiple metals like silver, make sure that you balance out your risk. Which means don't put all your money into one metal like gold or silver. Make sure it balances out evenly. So for example, maybe you put most of it into gold because it's stable, some into silver because it's cheaper but also more volatile, and a small amount into platinum or palladium if you want to take a little bit more risk. That way, if one metal drops in value, the others can help balance it out. Basically, just not putting all your eggs into one basket. Why do people use a Gold IRA? Gold acts as a hedge. That means it protects your money when the market starts to get a little bit shaky. When the economy dips, gold tends to hold its value or even go up. So that's why people turn to it, because it has more security. And in a Roth IRA, all that growth happens tax-free. So that just means you're not taxed on the gains when you retire, which just makes it that much more attractive. This isn't about replacing your whole entire stock portfolio. This is about adding a layer of protection that's not based on how the S&P 500 performs. If you're someone who likes to diversify with real assets and things that you can actually hold, gold is the answer for you. It's a tangible thing that you can hold, and it's not just numbers on a screen that can just go away in the blink of a second. There are a few things to look out for. Gold IRAs often come with extra fees. Some fees that you might run into and you might have to pay are setup fees, storage fees, and maintenance fees. So make sure that you ask your custodian for a list of the charges so you're not surprised later on down the road. Because some companies are more upfront than this than others, you always want to make sure that you double check. Also, gold doesn't pay interest or dividends. It's not for passive income. It's for long-term protection. And a huge one is that you can't access the gold until after you're 59 and a half. Taking it out early means taxes and penalties. So if you're looking for fast returns or cash flow, this might not be your only investment. I like to say it's smart to review your Gold IRA at least once a year. Make sure that your custodian is still a good fit, your storage is secure, and that your portfolio is balanced. Who should consider a Gold IRA? A Gold IRA could be a good move if you want to protect your savings from inflation, diversify away from the stock market, or hold a real physical asset that retains its value. But if you're chasing big returns or monthly income, this might not be the best move for you. It's a great move for people who want to sleep better at night knowing that they have something solid in their investments. And remember, this isn't just about retirement. It's about building a future that feels secure and isn't tied to the markets. All right, so let's talk about some frequently asked questions about gold IRAs. Is the gold in my gold IRA really mine? Yes, it's held in your name in a secured, insured vault, but you just can't touch it until retirement. Can I move money from another account into a gold IRA? Yes, you can roll over funds from a 401k, a traditional IRA, or Roth IRA into a gold IRA. And you can do all of this without penalties if you follow the right steps. So what happens when you retire? You can either sell all the gold and take the cash, or you can take the physical gold. Is gold risky? Every investment is a risk, but gold is usually more stable during economic downturns, which is why many people go to it for protection. How do you choose the right provider? Look for companies that have good, strong reviews and also transparent pricing. I also look for good education because a good provider will provide you with the right steps without pressuring you. What happens to my gold IRA if I pass away? Just like an IRA, your gold IRA can have a beneficiary. If you pass away, the account is either passed on as physical gold or its cash value. But this is all subjective and dependent on how your beneficiary handles it. A gold IRA is one of the best ways to add strength and safety to your retirement plan. Now, you don't need to go all in. Even a small amount can give you that peace of mind to have when the market starts to go a little bit rocky. If you want to see if it's a good fit, check out the free gold IRA that I left for you guys in the description. That's it from me, Alex, aka your money friend. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.